The true purpose of the Matrix is darker than you imagine. The real world in the Matrix franchise is worse than a nightmare. Humanity is trying to survive underground. Most, if not all, of the planet's flora and fauna appeared to have gone extinct. Life as we know it disappeared the moment humans decided to burn out the sky. Or maybe things didn't go the way it was told. Some clues suggest that it was the machines that were responsible for the black clouds. Is Morpheus' story about the past false? Was it the machines that destroyed the planet? Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
This theory was proposed by us back in 2020. It began with Morpheus. He told Neo that in humanity's desperation, they burned the sky, as solar energy was the machine's main source of energy, which inevitably led to the creation of the Matrix.
At the time, they were dependent on solar power, and it was believed that they would be unable to survive without an energy source as abundant as the sun.
Yet the destruction of our sky only benefits an entity that does not need the sun to survive. We would face enormous biological and ecological issues if we were ever deprived of the light and the heat from the sun. Humans would suffer from vitamin D deficiency, necessary to absorb calcium in the intestines, essential for a child's growth, as well as for the strengthening of the immune system. People deprived of sunlight will develop weakness in the bones and will be more prone to diseases. They would become susceptible to upper respiratory infections and be more vulnerable to autoimmune diseases, allergies, cardiovascular problems, etc. And little by little, all biological life would slowly go extinct. For many critics of the Matrix, the burning of the skies never made sense because the machines could choose other methods to obtain energy, such as nuclear, hydro, wind, or even geothermal. Maybe turning humans into batteries wasn't the idea in the first place. Have you ever wondered what gave power to the cities of Zion and Io? The reason Zion is underground is that it uses geothermal energy to run its machinery. The city takes advantage of the heat that comes naturally from the depths of the planet.
The last human city. The only place we have left.
Where is it?
Deep underground. Near the Earth's core where it's still warm.
Like other contradictions in Morpheus' telling of the past, this too doesn't make sense. If humans manage to harness the energy from the Earth's core, why don't the machines do the same? All of this makes even less sense when the architect reveals to Neo that Zion has been destroyed multiple times before.
But rest assured, this will be the 6th time we have destroyed it, and we have become exceedingly efficient at it.
Just stop and think about this for a second. This means that Zion is a creation of the machines. The technology and process of harnessing geothermal energy to be used by the machine city is built by the machines every time a new Matrix cycle begins. This confirms that the machines don't need humans for energy, and maybe they never did.
There are levels of survival we are prepared to accept.
Now the machines don't need the sun or the humans for energy. So is the story about the humans burning the sky a lie? Morpheus learned of this event from the Zion archives. The archives are part of the city's main computer or data bank. The Red Pills also use the computer to store mission data and run training programs. The Animatrix gave us a glimpse into this story. Yet there is one important detail that nearly everyone always overlooks. At the start of the program, before it explains the events of the world, it calls itself the Zion Archives.
Welcome to the Zion Archive. You have selected historical file number 12-1. The Second Renaissance.
Why is this important? Because the machines built Zion, including its archives. So all the supposed history recorded in those files are most likely fabrications. They're just bedtime stories. The most important clue that the machines were the ones that burned the sky is the material saved in those archives. It's not clearly explained what the clouds are made of, but we know that it functions as an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, which drains the energy of the human ships and the Sentinels. With this, we are pretty much sure that it is not made of biological material. The confirmation of what the clouds are actually made of is in the Matrix Revolution script, specifically in the scene when Neo and Trinity pass through the black clouds. The Lagos plunges into the sky with a surreal splash, like a plane crashing into a sea of shaving cream. The molecular replicators immediately drain the life from the Sentinels, and they fall dead, tearing through the clouds that cling to them momentarily, like shredded pieces of parachute, before letting them fall away. The Lagos is engulfed by a ball of lightning as it is attacked by the sky. It shakes violently, every light blowing out until the ship dies. The theme of molecular replicators in science fiction is frequently associated with advanced construction, nanotechnology, and the control of matter at microscopic scales. The creation and usage of this type of tech don't coincide with humanity's actions and beliefs before the machine war. They banned artificial intelligence and are doing everything possible to destroy it. The technology used to describe the clouds is a type of nanotechnology. If humans wanted to destroy the machines, attacking them with the nanotechnology that artificial intelligence could then hack or take control of is risky and kinda dumb. So let's say it was the machines that covered the skies with black clouds made of nanobots. The plan does sound like it would work better on organic life forms than on machines, doesn't it? But did you know that the black clouds also served as a protective shield? In one of the Matrix comics, where the end of the world is explained, an alien invasion happens, a large-scale attack by ships from another planet, and the machines send a human to fight them. The true purpose of this layer of nanotechnology that blankets the Earth is to serve as a shield to disable every ship that enters the planet. An anti-alien shield, if you will. That's what we believe anyway after reading this comic. It was not only created to kill all biological life in the world, it is designed to prevent new biological life from another world from entering. Now, if humans are not a power source, as proposed in the Matrix, what are they then? After the release of Matrix Resurrections, we think we can better explain now the true purpose of the humans. The analysts said that the new Matrix runs on human emotions. The frustration and/or torment of Neo and Trinity in particular increases the energy output.
You ever wonder why you have nightmares? Why your own brain tortures you? It's actually us maximizing your output. Turns out in my Matrix, the worse we treat you, the more we manipulate you, the more energy you produce. It's nuts. I've been setting productivity records every year since I took over. The key to it all? You and her, quietly yearning for what you don't have while dreading losing what you do.
Take a moment and think about the significance of a simulation that uses emotions for energy. Our concept of what energy is perhaps different from the machines. Perhaps humans were never used for their bioenergy, but rather for their computational energy. To understand what we mean, you have to understand what the collapse of artificial intelligence models entails. A major challenge in the development of artificial intelligence is to constantly feed it information. With the rapid rise of AI-generated content on the internet, a new potential issue is brewing. It has been observed that when a model is fed too much AI-generated information, it can deteriorate the quality and consistency of the model. This phenomenon is known as the model collapse, and it is beginning to affect both the language and image models, rendering them nearly useless. It's becoming increasingly difficult to collect new and genuine human data to feed the AI. Currently, there is growing demand in organizations like OpenAI and Midjourney to address this issue. The need for human-created information is crucial to the future of artificial intelligence, and here lies perhaps the true origin of the Matrix. The Matrix could be a simulation created by AI to avoid a model collapse. Perhaps the AI is collecting data from the humans connected to the Matrix to continue its training and create new artificial intelligence. If the model collapse is unavoidable, then AI will always need humans, which is the most disturbing thing. If humans are used for their computational power, ingenuity, and creativity, then it makes sense why the Matrix works better with emotions. The machines need to expose the humans to different simulations to continue collecting data. This is why the Matrix keeps humans conscious and living their lives in a real-world simulation. The humans are creating data for the machines. Honestly, this sounds worse than using us as batteries. At least as batteries, the machines are simply using our body heat for energy. They're using our humanity. But do you agree? Are humans being used to feed new information to the machines? Are the black clouds a shield to protect the planet from outside threats? for Matrix Explained. Please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.